Hello everyone and welcome back to the virtual safari. So today we thought we would mix it up a little bit and give you a bit of a lion dynamic video. So today we're going to go through all 5 of the prides that we get in the area. Speaking of the Birmingham Pride, Squirrel Pride, Mbali Pride, Nauru Pride and the Mberi Pride, and then also all the males that have been coming in and out, and just give you a bit of a rundown on how it's all been working on the reserve lately. So first of all, we're going to speak about the Birmingham Pride. So on the map here, we can expect them to see them anywhere around this area. At the bottom right of the circle is probably more of the extremities of their range. They don't often come down to that area, very seldomly come down there, but that's the Birmingham Pride's territory. And I'm just going to write that down there for everyone so we can see what colors belonging to what pride. And most of their territory lies outside of the Manyeleti. It is more in Timbavati, as well more in Kruger National Park. Then we have a bit of an overlap in terms of territory here. This yellow is going to be the Squirrel Pride. Alright, they also come into Manyeleti a very little bit. You can see they're on Windmill Road, and then also sometimes going to Skybeds. Next will be the Mbali Pride. This is a pride that we seldom found in the south, and that's what their territory would almost look like. S10 Dam, S8 Dam, S9 Dam, down to almost Buffalo's Hook area, and that's where you would find the Mbali Pride. Right, Mberi Pride, they have quite a large territory. We could expect something like that. Nauru Pride, also a very large territory, looking like that. Right, so starting off with the Birmingham Pride, this is a very well known and famous pride. It is a super pride, so it contains over 25 lions. Not exactly sure on how many lions are in that pride, but you can definitely count on being over 25. They're also very well known for having the white lion. So you have the white lion female, which is a mature female, and she's also been given birth to a white lion cub. Birminghams, they are dominated by the 2 Mberi males. We'll get onto the males after we speak about the prides, but they're dominant over the Mberi males. Going into the Squirrel Pride, you're looking at about 12 females, and then you will have Mandevu, and I'm not sure whether I should say Mandevu and the young open male are dominant over them, but definitely Mandevu. You have the 2 Mangawan males coming in and competing for the Squirrel Pride as well, trying to take them over. We haven't heard much from them recently, so I'm not too sure if they're trying to continue taking over the Squirrel Pride or if they have receded and left the area. Then the Mbali Pride. Mbali Pride is at 4 females now. The Mbali Pride actually used to be a super pride, and the 5 oldest females from that pride split away from it, so they became the Mbali Pride, and the rest of the pride actually became the Mbali Breakaway Pride. So those 5 adult females, or the most experienced females in that pride, still went around S10, S8 and S9 Dam. 1 female followed the Kambula males into Sabi Sands, and unfortunately met the end with the Nkuhuma Pride. Nkuhuma Pride got a hold of her, and unfortunately so she's no longer. So there's only actually 4 females left in the Mbali Pride. And onto the Mberis, you have about 6 females, 1 cub, 1 sub-adult male, the young open male, and Mandevu, and that, what does that bring us to? 6 females, 1 cub, 1 sub-adult male, so that brings us to 10 in total. They have quite a large territory. You can see them around Tinswalo, all the way up to Kopi's Cutline, even up to Skybed sometimes, and then going all the way down to almost Main Dam, which is very interesting, very right there with the Narus. Onto the Nauru Pride, you have about 5 females, 1 Sabrot male, and Red Road, and of course the 3 new cubs. And that brings us to about 10 as well. So 10 for the Mberis and 10 for the Narus, if I've added that up correctly. I hope so. Onto the males. So just like the Birmingham Pride, that's almost where you could find the Mberi males. Just remember, Mberis are dominant over the Birmingham Pride, so these territories will overlap. From there we have Mandevu and the young Orphan male, their territory. Mandevu and the young Orphan male, their territory looking like that. Alrighty. Then from there we have Red Road's territory. It's quite a large one, this. And from there you'll get the Kambula males. And last but not least, the Mantamakle males. So just to go over a little bit on these lions territories and also a little bit on the conflict that's happened over the last couple of months. So in red we have the Mberi males, Shaka and Scar Mberi. They've spent a lot of time in Timbavati recently, and you know, they come in every now and then, sky beds just like the Birmingham Pride, and then also a little bit further south if they're maybe following a buffalo herd or following some big game, then they'll come in. Alright, and then Mandevu and the young Orphan male, so they have quite a large territory. They also overlap into Kruger. They come to Tinswalo Manor House, Kokomoya, Honeyguard, and you know, go all the way up to sky beds as well. And they're also dominant over not only the Mberi Pride but also the Skoro Pride, so extending their territory a little bit bigger than the Mberi males. Onto Red Road's territory, very big territory, has main dam almost smack bang in the middle, very prime territory to have. You know, everything kind of revolves around main dam, all the game, the general game, a lot of kudu, impala, wildebeest, waterbuck, warthog all go to the dam to drink, so very prime area for lions and leopard to be hunting, a very prime area to be dominant over. And then down in the south you have the Kambula males, very infrequently coming into Manyeleti anymore. They're spending a lot of time in Sabi Sands, and then also K5 has, I believe it was K5 that got caught by the Mantamakle males here in black. He sustained a very bad leg injury, and I believe he's just been reunited with one of his brothers, so hopefully he'll heal up nice and good. And to go back a couple months ago, Red Road fighting the Kambula males, going down into Sabi Sands and fighting him there. Then the Mantamakle males advancing forward from Kruger National Park, taking over a giraffe kill quite in the middle of Red Road's territory. Mandevu and the young Orphan male making quite a lot of advances almost in this direction here, and doing a few patrols along this border, and then also making their way into Red Road's territory quite a lot more. So it seems like they're putting a lot of pressure onto Red Road recently. To get on to the topic of nomadic males and males that have just passed through the area. So first ones came about 4 months ago, coming through like this in green, and then making their way out slowly like that into Kruger National Park. This was the 3 young Manwana males. Believe that there were more of them or brothers, but it seemed like only 3 kept together and moved through the area. It was only about a couple of days, so nothing too much going on there. Then a couple months ago, speaking about the Mantamakle males again in black here, like I say, coming in and taking over the giraffe kill away from the Narus. About 3 weeks ago we had a male come down here, and no one really knew who he was, wasn't really from the area, and we got chatting, and eventually we concluded that that was one of the Ross males that had just been wandering through the area. Then other than that, we haven't had really many other males come in, but like I say, the males, the two Mangawan males that try to take over the Squirrel Pride from Mandevu, or the Tinswalo males, came in, made themselves very known, and they were here and drinking at sky beds, met up with the squirrel females there, chased them down, and then we didn't see them too many times after that. So that's basically a bit of a rundown with the lion dynamics happening on the reserve at the moment. I hope this spread a bit of light and clarity for everyone that was wondering, and let me know how it went and if you all understood and if everything was good. And please, if you have any extra information or knowledge, leave it down in the comment section. I'm sure everyone goes and reads the comments there, we do as well, so it'll be great to get your feedback and what you think of the idea of this lion dynamic chat. And if you have any information on more information on these lions, then definitely leave it down there, and it will be very interesting for a lot of people, I'm sure. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you on the next virtual safari, where we'll be out in the bush looking for at least one of these males or at least one of these prides and giving you another update.